Hey, it's Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews. Welcome to NEBR, New England Beer Reviews. Today from New Hampshire, 603 Brewery. This is their 9th state, an Imperial Red IPA with an alcohol by volume of 9.0% ABV. And it is named 9th state because the state of New Hampshire was the 9th state to sign the U.S. Constitution. So that's how it's got its name. This beer is about 4 weeks old. I can get it normally a little fresher, but I haven't been to the brewery for a few months. 9%, I like that. 9th state, 9% ABV. This is not the first year they've brewed this. This has been around for, I think, 2 years. The brewery itself is really starting to take off. Their beers are now becoming available outside of New Hampshire. And they put a canning line in about a year ago, maybe by now. And so they still do some of these big bombers, and they do the cans for the most part for their kind of main lines of beer. Okay, let's give this a pour into a 603 glass. This is one of those Mason type glasses with 603 on it. I'm not going to fill it too much. I'll pull a stew, kind of fill it halfway so you can kind of get a good look at it. Or a Darwin, a couple of beer reviewers I like to watch. It makes sense because it's a good way to kind of take a look at the beer. So, take a look. It does have an amber red pour to it. A lot of carbonation going up to this foamy, kind of cream-colored, almost like beige head. It's looking kind of nice. It's a really attractive-looking beer. Decent clarity. Like I said, red hues and amber. Aroma. Ooh, yeah. They put Citra hops on this one. And so you're picking up that citrus, juicy character on the nose. Getting the multi-red toasted character and multi-red bread character. Reds have a sort of unique, I think I've mentioned this in the past, I hate to sound redundant, but for those of you who haven't seen my earlier videos, I know I've mentioned reds in the past having kind of a unique malt presence to them. It's almost like a juicy kind of maltiness, for lack of a better description. It's just got this kind of sweetness to it going on. And that's what I'm picking up in the red style. It's a little different than your standard toasted bread or toasted pale malts that you see in a lot of other beers, or the dark malts for a stout or something like that. So, enough talking about what it smells like, because it smells very nice. I'm hoping it's going to taste very nice. Well, I know it tastes good because I've had this before. Okay. Yeah. Again, it's about 4 weeks old, so I'm wondering the 9% may have punched down just a little bit, but it's still got plenty of punch to this one. It has a very nice sweetness to this for sure. An English style sweetness almost. Kind of like that English bitter sweetness, like from an English bitter. And then there's a nice juiciness, like an orange character at the end. Yeah, kind of like an orange or like a berry type character going on here, something akin to that. Citrus, of course, and those are the way it ends with this kind of bitter finish like that. Body falls into the medium range. That definitely has quite a lingering bitterness at the end. I mean, it just kind of lingers there for each sip. It just sits and sits and sits on the back. Those are due to the hops, I'm sure. They're just kind of coming up strong. Because it has 90 international bittering units, IBU. So that's kind of on the high side, kind of on the strong side. Because a lot of standard beers, those of you who don't drink craft beer but like to watch my channel, I know I have a few of you out there. You know, the standard kind of beer might be in the 15, 20, 25 IBU range. Whereas getting into the craft beers, it's got more of a boldness to it, more of a hot bitterness bite. And then this one being 90 IBUs gives it more of a bitter bite and lingering finish. Yeah, very nice. Just a very nice Imperial Red IPA. And you know, IPAs are very popular, of course, these days. People are loving them. The fresher the better, which is kind of ironic. I always find that ironic because, as everyone knows, IPAs were a creation of the English years ago, hundreds of years ago, where they wanted to find some kind of preservative to put into their standard beers that they would ship to the troops over across the world, out in India, and they had the beer flavor had to last for the entire trip. All those days on the ocean to get to the troops in India back in the 18th, 17th, 18th century, 19th century. But nowadays, people, so it was meant to be drunk many weeks after it was first brewed. But nowadays, people want hopped beers to be as fresh as humanly possible, right out of the bottle, right off the tap, if at all possible. So the fresher the better. But anyway, this is again, this is a very nice beer from 603. If you watch my channel, you may have noticed I went to 603, did a piece on them about 2 years ago now. And they've expanded since that video was made quite a lot. So that's it for now. This is the 603 Brewery, and this is their 9th state. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.